Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the Rock Squad channel and welcome to the Rock album review for the sixth studio album from 21 Pilots. It's called Scaled and Icy. Scaled and Icy, it's kind of a strange album title, and thankfully Wikipedia exists and gave you some info on what it means. According to the lead singer of 21 Pilots, Tyler Joseph, Scaled and Icy is a play on scaled back and isolated, and also an anagram of Clancy is Dead, which is a reference to the protagonist of their previous album, Trench. And that's right, Scaled and Icy is the follow-up to 2018's Trench, an album that I really loved. I think that was pretty much the first 21 Pilots album that I listened to in full. I loved stuff before that. I loved Blurry Face and Stressed Out and Heathens from the Suicide Squad soundtrack. But when I listened to Trench, that was my first real deep dive into listening to 21 Pilots, and I love Trench. That is a great record. Jumpsuit, Morph, The Hype. There are so many great songs on Trench. So you know what? I was really looking forward to this new album, Scaled and Icy, and I have to say, it's pretty darn solid. All right, so how I do it on these rock album reviews is I run down all the tracks in my plus and minus columns, the plus ones being the ones that really stood out to me and the ones I really loved, the ones in the minus column being absolute trash. No, I'm just kidding. The ones in the minus column just being the songs that didn't really stand out to me upon first listen. And we kick off the new album, Scaled and Icy from 21 Pilots, with a song called Good Day. Now, this could be the summer anthem of 2021. That's how I feel about this song. It's jaunty. It's a sunny day tune to kick things off on this album. Some catchy falsetto vocals from Tyler Joseph, he's an incredible vocalist, an incredible lyricist, an incredible all-around musician. I really do enjoy everything he does. In fact, when I was listening to this song, it almost sounded like it could be like the theme song to Sesame Street, or it could be on a children's show like that. Not to say that it's silly or something like that, but it could be on something like Sesame Street. I love the horns. I was getting some major like Electric Light Orchestra, Mr. Blue Sky vibes, a little bit of Beatlesque vibes from this song. And it shows you already right off the bat with Scaled and Icy the versatility that 21 Pilots has. When you think about Trench, it was a little bit of a darker album. They're coming out of the gate with this really sunny summer pop song. So I really enjoyed Good Day. It's a great song to kick off the new album. Then we get to the second song on the record, which is going into the plus column. And this one's a little bit back to the electro pop kind of sound that we're used to from 21 Pilots. It's called Choker. It's one of the singles that was released before the record came out. It is a little bit darker, but it opens up into these choruses that open up the melody a little bit and lighten up the melody. Tyler's continuing to show his vulnerable side on this record, which is one of the reasons why I think 21 Pilots fans connect so deeply with their music, is because he's very honest in his lyrics. And I really, really dig that about him and the way that he makes music. I dig the synth on this song. I had another great spoken word verse in this song. That's another thing that we have to remember about 21 Pilots. They're versatile. They can do songs like Good Day, which is a sing-along pop song, and then they can do something like Choker, which will feature another spoken word verse from Tyler, which is something that he does very well and represents both sides of the 21 Pilots sound. So Choker is going in the plus column. Then we get to the first single from the record. It's called Shy Away. It's going in the plus column too. I love this song. It's a great single, a great energetic pop song. I love the chorus on this tune. A continuing sign that the band has moved into brighter territory on this record, which is not bad. They're moving into, you know, if you listen to The Hype on Trench, that's a different song on that record. I feel like they're leaning in more to that kind of sound on this album, Scaled and Icy. And Shy Away, in addition to being a solid single, is a solid song on the record as well. Another song that's going into the plus column is called The Outsider, which again, you know, if we're looking at the two sides of the 21 Pilots sound on this album, this one leads back more into that electronic pop vibe, but it's a little bit funky. I like it. The melody's good on this one. Sounds like it could have been something on Trench, like I mentioned. It's funny because I like to make playlists. I'm sure a lot of you do as well. So I like to make different iTunes playlists. And one of my favorite playlists that I made is called Night Drive. So it's this mix that I made of just songs that remind me of driving around the city at nighttime. It's something that I do quite a bit now that we're always stuck inside during lockdown and stuff. I'll just go out and listen to tunes and drive around the city a little bit. And this is one of those songs that I feel like I'd add to the Night Drive mix. It's that kind of song. And it's another display of Tyler Joseph's incredible lyrical ability. So I really enjoyed The Outsider. It's going in the mix. Then we get to another song in the plus column. It could be the poppiest song on Scaled and Icy. It's called Saturday. I'm doing this review on Friday, but yeah, tomorrow I'll definitely be listening to this song again. This one could be a club hit. I'm not saying that 21 Pilots is a club band. They do definitely have some songs that could be played in a club, and this is one of them. Such a huge chorus on Saturday, and the melody continues the bright vibe of the album. I feel like the band is indulging on their inner funk or in their inner funk a little bit. And I feel like with this song, there's a little bit of a Tame Impala comparison going on. Another grouper, you know, another musician, Kevin Parker, that I really enjoy. And I feel like maybe these guys listened a little bit to the Slow Rush and to Currents, and maybe wanted to reflect that dance floor vibe that Kevin Parker was definitely going for on those records. So I feel like 21 Pilots with Saturday have created a dance floor jam that could compete with Tame Impala's Best, and I think it's a great song. So Saturday is going in the plus column. Then we get to another song in the plus column. It's called Mulberry Street. This was another piano driven song. I wouldn't say Scaled and Icy is a guitar driven record. It's much more driven by pianos and synthesizers and keyboards. I love the chorus on this song. Welcome to Mulberry Street. There's a Mulberry Street here in Hamilton, right off of James Street, that a lot of people go down to. And it feels like they can really do some cool electronic and rock stuff on this song. And I always have this picture of Tyler just sitting down at the piano, you know, doing something Elton John style or Billy Joel style on some of these songs, especially on Saturday or Mulberry Street. And Josh Jun, the drummer of 21 Pilots, continues to hold things down as well. I wouldn't say he's the flashiest drummer in the world. He just keeps the beat going. And that's all really you need for a great drummer, is someone who can just lay down the beat while Tyler does all his stuff. So Josh definitely fulfills that role on Scaled and Icy. And we're putting Mulberry Street in the plus column. All right, we're going to put a couple more songs in the plus column. Formidable. Good song. I almost put this one in the minus column, but the thing I really liked about it, it had this strong 80s retro vibe right from the get-go, some great strumming, acoustic guitar, which I enjoyed. So it had a little bit more of a rock vibe than some of the other songs on the record. Maybe not the strongest melody on the album. Like I said, it could almost go in the minus column as being a little bit of filler, but I just overall enjoyed the vibe and the melody of the song. I found it really pleasant and really enjoyable to listen to. So we're going to put Formidable in the plus column. And also, we're going to take a song called No Chances and put that in the plus column. Another one that almost went in the minus column, but I did enjoy it because it is vintage 21 Pilots, a little bit trippier, a little bit darker, a little bit more electronic. The chorus opens up a little bit with a lot of these darker songs. Even if you listen to Morph on Trench, it's got those darker verses, which opens up into a lighter and poppier chorus. So something similar happens on No Chances, and some more great verses from Tyler on this song as well. And it's going in the Night Drive mix as well. This is a good one for that. So the last song we're going to put in the plus column is No Chances. Then we're going to get to the songs in the minus column. The first one, which is Never Take It. It was a decent tune. I think it's track 6 on the album. So we're already well into Scaled and Icy by the time we get to the song. And it feels just kind of standard by the numbers 21 Pilots. I think the thing I've noticed a lot on these different records that I've been reviewing here on the Rock Squad channel for Rock Album Review is that for the most part, if a band has a new direction they're going in, they do go in that new direction. And then there might be some filler tracks that rely a little bit more on the things that they've done in the past. And I feel like this is one of them. So it's got a bit more of a straight ahead rock vibe, which I appreciated, but the song itself didn't really do much for me. So in the minus column is Never Take It. Also going in the minus column, initially I thought this one might be in the plus column, but I think it didn't really quite land for me. And that's Bounce Man. Do I hear flute on this song? I think I hear some flute. You don't really hear much flute in modern pop music. And a lot of the songs on this record have a very danceable feel. And this is another one, although it could have blended in with Formidable. For me, it was very similar vibe, both of those songs back to back. So it didn't stand out very much. And the last song I'm going to put in the minus column is called Redecorate. It wasn't a bad song to end off the album. But it did revert more back to that trenchy kind of sound that 21 Pilots did revert back to a little bit on this record. But it made me wonder why the band maintained such a upbeat and consistent vibe for the majority of the record, especially in the first half. And then it feels like they might have dumped some of these more traditional, maybe less innovative 21 Pilots songs at the end of the album. That's just kind of how it played to me when I was first listening to it. And no doubt there are a lot of 21 Pilots fans out there that is the sound of them that you dig. You may not dig them taking things in a more poppy direction like they are on this record, but I felt like the majority of the songs at the end of the record kind of fell off a little bit for me. So we're going to put Redecorate in the minus column. Overall, Scaled and Icy is a much brighter, much more positive, and much more poppy record than Trench. As I was saying, they went more into the hype territory than into Levitate or Jumpsuit, or more for stressed out territory. They did a lot of that on this record, but it felt like they were going for a specific vibe and aesthetic on Scaled and Icy. There's some great pop songwriting and production going on. I understand Greg Kurstin played a part on this record, and he's a producer who's pretty much got his hands in everything these days. He did New Foo Fighters, a bunch of other records that I talked about on the channel as well. So I found myself with Scaled and Icy really leaning on those big catchy pop songs like Good Day and Saturday. Those ones really popped out to me and were really enjoyable. Those were my faves. You look at Trench, like I said, it's a darker record. They went much more in that upbeat poppy direction on this. And I think that's cool because they're not repeating themselves. They are doing cool things. I forgot to mention that a song that I wish was on this record was the single I think they released last year, which was Level of Concern. I really like that song. I'm kind of disappointed that it wasn't on the record. First half of the album is stronger overall than the second, but it's still enjoyable all the way through. And I really do enjoy 21 Pilots. And I think they are a great duo, a great group, a great band. And I really did enjoy Scaled and Icy. So I'm going to give the new record from 21 Pilots, Scaled and Icy, a solid 4 out of 5. I've been giving a lot of records 4 out of 5s lately, so I think that's just a testament to the quality of great rock music that we're getting so far in 2021. But more importantly, let me know what you thought of the new record from 21 Pilots in the comments below. We'd appreciate your comments on what we thought and what you thought of the record. Make sure to subscribe here to the channel on Rock Squad, hit the notification bell, and do all that. Like this video and do all that other fun stuff that we ask you to do here on YouTube. We got lots of stuff going on the Rock Squad channel. We got some rock album reviews up right now. I did one for Weezer, Van Weezer. That's up on the channel. Royal Blood, Typhoons. What else? Oh, Black Keys, Delta Cream. I did that last week as well. So if you enjoy our rock album reviews, definitely check those out. And don't miss out on the Rock Squad podcast with me and my co-host Dave Marini that we've been doing every week here on the channel. And you can also subscribe to an audio version wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be on Spotify, Apple, Google, whatever. We just want you guys to listen and to watch. And we very much appreciate you guys watching the channel. So we'll see you again for another rock album review. Rock on, everybody.